20 years. That's how long it had been since I last stepped through the gates of a Disney park. 20 years since I heard the chime of the turnstile, smelled the sweet scent of churros in the air, and saw the castle rise up before me like a dream made real. Life happens. College, jobs, family, and Disney became a distant memory. But this year, something pulled me back. It wasn't just the rides or the food. It was the memories, and honestly, I wasn't sure if it would feel the same after all this time. From the moment I parked my car, a wave of nostalgia hit me. It wasn't just the sights, it was the sounds, the energy. Families laughing, kids bouncing with excitement, cast members waving like you were the guest of honor. I could feel that same flutter of excitement I had as a kid, but this time it was mixed with nervousness. Would it still feel as magical as I remembered? Or had I outgrown it? As I stepped onto Main Street, I caught my first glimpse of Cinderella's castle. And let me tell you, I stopped dead in my tracks. It was like no time had passed at all. 20 years melted away, and suddenly, I was 8 years old again, holding my dad's hand and begging him to take me on Space Mountain. But this time, I wasn't holding anyone's hand. My parents weren't with me. They're gone now. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't just a trip down memory lane. It was a chance to reconnect with them, even if only in spirit. I made my way to the rides I loved as a kid. First stop, Peter Pan's flight. The same twinkling lights, the same magical feeling of flying over London. It was exactly how I remembered it. On Pirates of the Caribbean, I couldn't help but smile as I sang along under my breath to Yo Ho Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. And then there was It's a Small World. I used to think it was cheesy, but this time it felt comforting. Like the song was reminding me that even though so much has changed, something, like Disney magic, stay the same. By late afternoon, I found myself standing in front of the castle again, this time bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun. Families were gathered around, kids on shoulders, everyone waiting for the fireworks, and for the first time all day, I let myself pause. I thought about all the trips I took here with my parents, how they saved up for years just to give me those magical moments, how my dad always complained about the lines but still stood in them for me, and my mom, who made me wear those silly matching shirts. So we wouldn't get lost, she'd say. I could feel them with me, like they were standing right there. And then the fireworks started. The first burst lit up the sky, and as the music swelled, I couldn't hold back the tears anymore. I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because it felt like they were here, experiencing this moment with me. It was like Disney had bottled up all the love, joy, and magic of my childhood and handed it back to me just for one night. Leaving the park that night was bittersweet. I didn't want the day to end, but I also knew I was leaving with something I hadn't expected. Disney wasn't just a place to relive old memories, it was a place to make new ones. Memories that reminded me of where I came from, who I loved, and the joy I want to carry forward. And as I walked out under that iconic "See You Real Soon" sign, I knew this wouldn't be my last visit, not by a long shot. Sometimes, the magic isn't just in the place, it's in the way it makes you feel. And for me, Disney will always feel like home.